we can't live in our mistakes. Just because you do wrong, I was in the same position. I did wrong, but I had to ask myself, what can I do to do right? What can I do to gain a little bit more credibility? What can I do to change my thought process? And that's a personal decision. What can you do to change your thought process? Where do you want to go? If you could be anywhere.
Desmond the Poet, is so many things I could say about this man. He changed the game. He's a game changer, Desmond.
Yeah, he is.
He's a game changer. He changed himself. He evolved. You might have thought back in the day he was affiliated with gangs, but now he's like trying to help the community and fix things. Like he put on them Malcolm X glasses, picked up a book. Became a published author. Like before, you would have you wouldn't have knew if he knew how to read or not. But now he is an author. Called him on the north side back in the day, but now he is here. I'm proud of him, man. So, anyone remember Soulful Sundays back in the day? No? Oh, my man, said these other cats, they new to the party. But we're heavy in the game. Me and Des the Poet. He had this lovely event that he had on Sundays called Soulful Sundays. It was at the 40 Plus Nouns, which is now the Kansas Collaborative, family event. But back in the day, it used to get a little dicey. Like that's where I discovered I was truly funny when you make like killers and dealers and dudes on probation laugh. So you know you really with it. Like Negroes with like tattoos on their neck, like dudes with tattoos, teardrops, like walking up to you all excited and it's scary because you think like you may have done something wrong. But like when one of them cats run up to you and say you're funny, you really got it. Like dudes making drinks in the parking lot, rolling blunts in the bathroom. We had paid our dues. Y'all don't understand, we have paid our dues, and we are at the White Building.
There was a king, and he placed this huge boulder in the middle of the road. Now, he placed this boulder and he left. People would come in and they would walk by, they would go around it, cussing at the king, wondering why he don't move this boulder. Every day people going around, every day people mad and fussing. Nobody's doing nothing about the boulder except talking about it and going around it. Most of the time, this destroyed their day. Some people turned around because they couldn't get their wagon past the boulder. They'd leave all their objects and go handle their business and come back. Their stuff would be gone. All because of this boulder in the road. One time, a small vegetable farmer came by. He only had a little wagon, so he could get around the boulder easily. But he thought to himself, I'm gonna move this out the way. So he pushing. He's struggling, he pushing, he's struggling, he pushing. Eventually, he moves his boulder out the way. He's tired, he went and got some water, but he comes back. In that same place where the boulder was, he finds a pot of gold. Along with the pot of gold was a thank you note from the king. I thank you for your work, you are deserving, and I hope this helps your day and your family. That story is a testament that oftentimes we see obstacles in our lives and we just go around them. We don't never even address the obstacle. We look at it so long that it's a part of our lives. We don't try to do nothing to do away with the problem that's in hand. Why should we face this problem every day when at some point in time all we would have to do is move it? We wouldn't have to worry about it no more. That freedom, that lack of stress is going to give you more more motivation, more inspiration, more energy to achieve the goals that you have set out to do for the day. If you was walking on that path and you come to that boulder and you stop, you already messed up because you was going somewhere, but that boulder made you stop. And a few minor changes, a few effort, going the effort, extra effort to help others, not even yourself, you'll gain rewards. He got that pot of gold because he was being selfless. It wasn't even about him. He could get across the boulder. He had a little wagon. It wasn't even about him, but he moved it anyway for others. And when you do for others more than you do for yourselves, you will reap everything that you want in abundance. If you do bad, you're going to get bad. If you do good, you're going to get good. Put yourself in a position to win. Helping others, give it away. Give. And you will receive. It may not be what you want, but I promise you it's what you need. Drop my execution, manifestation, preparation, execution. I go more in depth in the book, some of my stories, things I've been through. After every chapter, turn to page 8, everybody. Page 8 just kind of reflects on where would you go. Start thinking about places that you can go. You can be anywhere in this world. Sometimes we are born and raised in Wichita, and that's kind of where we stuck at. I know some people that's never left the north side of Wichita. That's where they was born at. That's where their parents was born at. That's where their kids was born at. That's where they gonna be. You tell them when the last time they've been out of town, they be like, out of town? Like, we can't go out of town. Like, why can't you? But their mindset has been conditioned for complexity. They're used to what they have. They don't want more. But if you want more, if you want better, let's do better. Subscribe to the 90-day challenge, which I already have because y'all are here. I'm gonna try to do this every month, every so often, because if y'all here, we already locked in. We're gonna set goals. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable for these goals. And in 90 days or less, you're gonna achieve those goals if you're committed. Thank you. We're gonna have somebody pick at random something out of this bucket. And whoever wins, all the other people has to put on Facebook whatever comes out of this bucket. Does that make sense?
Promote.
Huh?
Promote.
Promote. It's about 20 of us in here, so it's a social media blast. So if you win, you're gonna have everybody in this room send out anything that comes out of this bucket. Is that scary? Is that exciting? I'm about to put my name in here too. So I'm gonna give y'all a minute to think about it, because sometimes as branding, you have to brand yourself, whatever it may be. It can be a thought, idea, business.
Sometimes I wish I could help every child. My style won't affect their trials. In the distance, I can see the light. Deep down, we fight.
to be willing to reflect and evaluate what's going on in your life. And sometimes that's hard because you got to take accountability. You know, that takes forgiveness. That takes putting your ego to the side, mostly. If you want to be great at anything, you're going to have to put your ego to the side because, you know, I know artists out here, you know, they won't even go to open mic nights no more because they ego. It's an ego thing. However, the greats is going to go to an open mic night for practice. So for Sundays, it was a big open mic night. You know, and I look around, Kiwan, you know, myself, and all the other artists, you know, they're doing great things because they put in the work. And anything that you do in life, you're going to have to put in